July 24th. It's a new moon in Leo. I'm going to give it till about 3:16, you know, give people 5 minutes to join. And then, yeah, I'll go ahead and start talking. I hope all of y'all are doing well. Hope you're feeling well. Well, I guess I could scoot my chair a little closer or something. Yeah, you can see me. Can y'all see my Rainbow Bright shirt? My bedroom was decorated in Rainbow Bright when I was a little girl. I loved Rainbow Bright. I thought she was so pretty, and I loved her horse with all the colors. I'm an artist. Been that way my whole life, so I've always loved color. All colors, you know. All right, 3:16, let's get going. All right, guys, so happy new moon in Leo. New moons are all about new beginnings, you know. It's a growing light. It's time to dream and manifest. The new moon is a time of renewal and hope, symbolizing the start of something new. It is a chance to reflect on our past accomplishments, look ahead with ambition, set professional goals, and realize intentions. This lunar cycle provides an opportunity to leave behind any negativity or hindrances preventing us from achieving our aspirations. The new moon is also a great time to practice mindfulness, as it allows us to take a moment and reflect on our lives. We can reconsider our daily habits and routines while taking inventory of what we have done well, and what needs improvement. This can help us become more mindful of our actions and reactions, helping us live more peacefully and calmly. At the time of the new moon, the sun and the moon are always in the same sign. So right now we got the sun in Leo. We also got, which happy birthday, Leos. And so the moon is in Leo, okay? As the new moon rises, it is a time to take hold of your personal power and set goals that will propel you to become the best version of yourself. This is an opportunity to nurture a newfound sense of courage and self-confidence, both of which are essential when taking on leadership roles. The new moon is also an invitation to nourish your mental and physical health and reignite your enthusiasm for life and all its possibilities. Use this new moon phase as an opportunity for growth and self-expression, allowing yourself the freedom to explore who you are. Appreciate the unique gifts you bring into the world and acknowledge how much strength lies within you. Let go of any limiting beliefs that could be holding you back from connecting with your true purpose. Yeah, alrighty. So there's a little information about the new moon. Now, I wanted to talk to y'all about how I'm always about connecting things, right? Oh, let me turn the slide back on. Okay, and so one of the first things I do when I'm sitting there looking at numbers or a date, I turn it into, I break it down. You know, like July, it's the 7th month, you know, 24. You add 2 plus 4 equals 6. And then 2025 adds up. You know, when you reduce it, 5 plus 2 plus 2, it equals 9, okay? It's important to keep these numbers separate, the month, the day, and the year, okay, when it comes to numerology, because whenever you're adding them up, you know, if you do not add them, if you don't do it a certain way, which, let me see if I wrote that way, Pythagorean method, maybe. No, that's how they do the, anyway. So yeah, that might be what it is. It's called something though. But anyway, when you add up 7 plus 6 plus 9, you get 22. That's a master number, guys. That's what today is. Okay, today is a 22. Okay, so I'm sitting there going, oh gosh, you know, that's a master number. I know about master numbers, because my life path is an 11, you know, which is a life master number. And let me talk to y'all. I saved these on my iPad. I got my information about the numbers on numerology.com. Okay, you can go there and they have tons of information about numbers. Okay. So the new moon is in Leo was on Thursday, July 24th, 2025. And so what I did is I broke all that down. Okay. Let's talk about first the number 22. The 22 life path is called the Master Builder because it has a very special power to turn nebulous dreams into concrete realities. These people are spiritually connected and feel both a responsibility and a burden to use their cosmic gift to better the future of our world. And though it may take years to master to their life purpose, what a 22 life path can achieve is exceptional. One of the things that set a life path 22 apart from others is their extreme dedication. They aren't afraid of putting in the hard work. But this isn't about climbing the corporate ladder. They feel an allegiance to others, working hard to be of service to others and improving humankind in some way. This can lead to a fear of failure, but they can turn this around and use it as motivation to keep pushing forward. Reveal what this life path number has in store now. Anyway, with the psychic reading, okay? Oh. They're not only able to lead themselves with others as well. They don't rely on their emotions, but this can come at a cost, as they sometimes come across as all work and no play. However, they understand the value of cooperation and know that those who go far go together. Fulfillment for someone with a master number 2 comes in the form of seeing how their hard work has come to fruition. Their ambition is unmatched, and nobody sets the bar higher than they do. So they need to know they've done a good job. By embracing their abilities and knowledge, they will be able to do just that. How awesome is that? Hello, Renee. I think that's how you say your name. Hi. Nice to see you today. Yeah, so that's a little bit about the life path number 22. You know, and that is what today is. So, you know, it's a good time to really make a plan, you know, and then put forth that hard work, that effort, you know, like they do. You know, think of something, oh, I'm getting chills. Think of something you can do for your community, you know, something that would be of service for others. Right now, that would be a good time. This new moon, it would be a good time to set that intention to do something really amazing, you know, for your family, for your community, for your friends, you know. Yeah, because they're about serving, you know, the community, serving others, improving humankind. Think about things like that, you know. Think about things that you can do that will help improve humankind, you know. Which, if you want to improve humankind, guys, let's help everybody get rid of division, okay? Division is the enemy. That is the enemy of all enemies, okay, is division. That's what the truth is, man. That is the enemy, is division. I'm just saying it. Oh, wait, I wasn't done with that. I need to open it back up. Boy, you get me talking about something like that, like division. Oh, man, I'll be on here all day. Because there's so many ways people create division, and it makes me sick, you know? It makes me so sick. It just makes me sick. I can't stand division. I was not raised racist, you know? I was not raised to be, what is that called? Prejudice of any kind of person, place, or thing, you know? Other than like things that hurt people, you know, that's bad. You know, I do have a prejudice against like murder and things like that, you know. I do. But anyway, division is not good. And so now is a good time for me, what I feel, with this being a 22, guys. 2s are all about unity, harmony, balance, you know what I mean? So now is a really good time to focus and set intentions to bring people together, to create, you know, that's what I try to do with my fire ceremonies, bring people together. That was my whole thing, was like, let's all get together and pray together, you know. Prayer in the multiple numbers, you know, the power of prayer is, it's multiplied when you got multiple people there, you know what I mean? So pray in unity for the nation, pray in unity for the world, you know. I don't know. I just, everybody needs to come together. Everybody needs to create unity, create harmony, or try to. It starts with you guys. Don't be prejudiced. Don't be racist, period. You know, try not to create any kind of division. And it could be something as stupid as, you know, Mean Girls, and they're talking trash on another chick. That's creating division. There's a wall then between this little clique and that little clique. You know what I mean? There's division. Stop it. Stop doing that. Gosh. Anyway, sorry. I'm not trying to tell y'all what to do, but love is the answer, you know, harmony, unity, that is the answer, man. All right, let's talk about the number 2, because the master number 22 is comprised of 2 2s, okay? So that would be amplified, the number 2, right? The numerology number 2 is known to numerologists as supremely feminine force, one that represents both grace and power. It is cooperative, always aiming to bring peace and balance back to a relationship or a situation. That's what I'm talking about. See, this numerology number is also very sensitive. Of all the numbers, it has the strongest intuition. It is able to sense currents and feelings instinctively, then uses these clues to connect with others empathetically. I can attest to this. I'm a life path number 11, which reduces down to a 2, you know what I mean? And yeah, I do have some very strong intuition that I argue with half the time, because I'm like, surely not. Surely that can't be what's going on. That is a little far-fetched, you know, a lot of times. And, or like when my gut is telling me, you know, I really like this person I'm talking to, but my gut's like, man, there's something not right about that person. You know, you want to ignore it, you know what I mean? But always pay attention to those things, guys. At its very core, the 2 in numerology represents partnerships, the coming together or balancing of 2 individual people, concepts, or things. While it holds great power over any situation, it wields it with such diplomacy and tact that the result is not control and authority, but harmony and teamwork. It is a mediator, able to see 2 sides of a situation in an unbiased way and guide others down the middle road. Yes, yes, I've always resonated with that, being a mediator, call myself the negotiator, because, you know, I'm usually stuck in the middle of an argument going, oh, wait, let this person talk, hold on, let's let them talk, you know, and just trying to get it all figured out. Okay, so here's the strengths of the number 2. On a very deep and subconscious level, this number can pick up on energies that cannot be seen, only felt. This trait allows number 2 to be instinctively aware of feelings, thoughts, hopes, and fears others haven't even expressed, then use them as opportunities to offer support and compassion to the partnership. Unifying. The number 2 in numerology is a peacemaker that is keenly aware of the values of cooperation and working together. It is diplomatic in its dealings, because to be anything else would create imbalance. Even when up against contrasting energies, this number sees how the differences can join together to create something complete and well-rounded. Influential. The 2 holds a tremendous amount of power over situations and relationships, love and otherwise, but handles it so carefully that its influence can go almost undetected. It's like it's working behind the scenes. No one sees it happening, but the results are undeniable. It does not have to push or use force with others because its incredible abilities of compassion and cooperation influence them to follow its guidance. Now, the weaknesses of the number 2. Okay, hey guys. Hey Alicia and Renee, how are y'all today? I hope y'all are doing well on this new moon. I hope y'all are feeling powerful, the power of the lion. Alright, weaknesses of the number 2. Indecisive. In an effort to always stay in the middle, the number 2 has a hard time seeing biases, which makes it difficult to make decisions both large and small. When a preference cannot be identified one way or another, this number gets stuck in inaction. Easily hurt. Oh my gosh, yes, I resonate with that. The drive to instill harmony within itself and with others is so strong that even the slightest irk or insult can throw the number 2 off balance and into a world of hurt. They are very sensitive energies here. After everything it puts into creating unity, anything that threatens or works against those efforts feels especially painful to the 2. And unassertive, the number 2 will put its own needs aside, yes, in order to keep the peace. More passive than assertive, it may stay in an unpleasant situation far too long. Oh my gosh, yes. Quietly struggling to make it better on its own instead of being more direct and efficient in its actions. It will often choose its current experience over a new and different path. Not anymore. Okay, yeah, so right now, I really feel like there needs to be unity. There needs to be unity right now. The 2, today is a 22. I think that we need to be manifesting unity. If we all manifest that, if we manifest and we see our world where there is no division, if we're all seeing that, if we're all believing that, if we're all manifesting that, absolutely it can happen. You know what I mean? I believe it can happen. Do y'all? You know what I mean? You gotta believe, guys. You gotta believe. But yeah, so that's a little bit of information about the number 2. That's funny. It is 2 number 11s also. You add 11 and 11, it's 22. People with a 11 life path are unbelievably intuitive and may even exhibit psychic abilities. Their purpose is to use these gifts to better humanity. But it could take a long time before people born with this life path number to truly understand the power they possess. Man alive, if that is not true. Okay. Alright, and then, yeah, you add 2 and 2 together, you get 4. 4, oh, where did it go? I closed it out. Well, anyway, 4, let me see if I wrote anything down about the 4 in my notebook. Yes, I did. Okay. Quick little snippet about 4, okay? It's considered unlucky in some Asian cultures due to its association with death. The number 13 card in tarot is death, okay? In Western contexts, it symbolizes stability and order. So yeah, man, I'm telling y'all, if we just create unity, get rid of this division, man alive, we would have stability, in our nation. We would have stability all over the world. Hello, So yeah, let's talk about Leo. Leo, that would be the strength card in tarot, okay? The sun card, Leo is Where did I write all that down? Oh, I didn't. Well, let me just get my paper here. But Leo's ruled, the sun rules Leo, okay? But the strength card, it talks about, you know, it's the fire element. The planet is the sun. Zodiac sign is Leo. The chakra is the sacral chakra. As far as a crystal goes, it's connected to the carnelian or citrine, and it's also associated with the heart and the spine. Okay, the heart, guys. Leo's also the 5th house, which talks about entertainment and creativity. So right now could be a good time to create harmony, create unity, create, you know, maybe create some pieces of art that embody unity. Create some pieces of art that embody no division, you know, like create some songs, some poems, a book, you know, create, man, create and do it with the intention of unifying everyone, of bringing everyone together, you know. Now's a good time to do that. All right, today is Thursday, okay? So I thought, well, let me look up Thursday. Thursday is associated with Jupiter, okay? Jupiter rules Sagittarius, and Jupiter talks about like luck and expansion. Here, I wrote down Jupiter, so it was connected to Thor. Thor is the Norse god of thunder, connected to the 5th day of the week, which is weird because, you know, Thursday is the 5th day. Oh yeah, Thursday is the 5th day of the week. And Leo is the 5th house, so 5s can be significant for y'all. Jupiter in Roman mythology is the Roman god of the sky and weather. And then as far as Hellenistic astrology, it was Jupiter's connected to Zeus, okay? Yeah, let's talk about the numbers again. As far as 2 goes, 2 in numeral, in the tarot, is the High Priestess card, which its element's water, planet is the moon, chakra is the 3rd eye, stone or crystal is the moonstone, and then body part is the brain, the pineal gland, okay? We don't have a number 22 in tarot, but we do have, as far as major arcana, but we do have a number 11, which is justice. So it'd be justice times 2, you know, amplified. Justice, its element is water. It's air. Planet's Venus. Sign is Libra. Heart chakra, lapis lazuli, as far as stone or crystal, and then kidneys. Okay, so pay extra close attention, you know, like maybe meditate, do some deep breathing that can help with your brain, you know, help calm everything down, you know, and then drink extra water, you know, take care of your kidneys, drink some dandelion root tea. That's a diuretic, so make sure I think it is, if I'm remembering right. So you might want to definitely drink water with that, okay? But talk to your doctor before you take any kind of herbs, okay, guys? Just saying. And then, yeah, the number 19 is the Sun card. It's connected to, its element's fire, planet Sun, solar plexus chakra, sunstone is its stone or crystal, and then eyes and the heart. You know, the heart chakra is strong here, you know. Pay extra attention to your heart. What is it, hawthorn? Yeah, I think it's hawthorn that's really good for your heart. For people who are experiencing like melancholy, hawthorn berries, Look into that herb, okay? It's a good one for your heart. Alright guys, so that's a little bit of information about the full moon and like what's going on with these numbers, you know, and everything. I don't know, it just, to me it all points to harmony, you know. Pay attention to your intuition. Justice, you know, create fair, you know, justice talks about, let's find justice. What in the world, where would it be? Oh, here it is. Justice, fairness, truth, cause and effect, law, responsibility, you know. So yeah, let's get rid of the division, you know. Let's create unity and harmony. Even, you know, fairness, truth, you know. High Priestess talks about intuition, mystery, sacred knowledge, divine feminine, unconscious. You could be dreaming a lot during this time. The Strength card talks about strength, courage, patience, influence, compassion. And the Sun card, it talks about positivity, fun, warmth, success, vitality, enlightenment. Yeah, I just really feel strongly unity, you know. 22, you know. 2 is all about unity. Leo, the lion, that'd be a strong unit, a strong unity. Hey guys, how are y'all today? I hope y'all are doing well. If you're enjoying this so far, give me a thumbs up. I truly appreciate it. Thank you all for following my page here, or, you know, subscribing to my channel on Facebook. I truly appreciate all of it. All of your likes, your comments, your shares, all of that. All those things truly do help out my page, my channel, you know. Alright, so we're going to do a little spread here for y'all today. I'm just trying to figure out which cards I want to use. I'm going to use the White Seers. I don't know why I'm getting the book out, but you know, I might need it, I guess. We're going to ask 6 questions, okay? We're going to ask 6 questions for y'all today. You know, I could. Yeah, I might start out with the energy cards, asking the questions. So those, I'll pull this out just in case I need to clarify. With that, oh my gosh guys, I got some red beans going. They smell so good. I'm so hungry. They're not going to be done till tonight, you know what I mean? But I just got them going a while ago before I got on this reading, and I can smell them all the way back here in my bedroom. I love red beans. They're just, we call them red beans, but they're pinto beans. And what I did was, my son had saved some of the rib meat, pork rib meat that he had trimmed up. Oh yeah, let's get moonology cards for y'all. But he had saved the trimmings from those ribs or whatever he was cooking. And oh man alive, I put that in there to boil for about an hour before I got the beans going. And yes, it smells so heavenly. Alright guys, we are ready. Let's get going. Gotta clear my throat. I'm gonna fix my phone real quick. Sorry if that's loud. We don't really see the spread. Kind of weird with my phone. I'm gonna put these cards back here for right now. All the extra ones. We'll start out with the energy cards. Okay. Alright, so right now for the collective, let's find out where y'all are right now on your journey, your spiritual journey. Let's find out where you are right now in the current moment for the collective. Guys, this is going to be a general reading, okay? Not a personal one-to-one reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't fit. He could be a she could be a he. It's all about the energy, okay? And a few warnings, okay? I use a bell before we get going. I'm going to use a bell to cleanse the space. And then I will be using, I may use dice. Don't know if I'll use them yet, but I could possibly use dice at the end of the reading, and they're quite loud too, okay? So I'll warn you about those. And I do cuss a little, just letting you know. I cuss just a little bit, guys. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and ring the bell to cleanse the space. Mute your phone or anything if you have sensitive ears. Oh, let me cleanse these cards. Okay. Alright, if you're on YouTube and you're new here, hello. Feel free to subscribe to my channel, Purple Phoenix Intuitive Tarot. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you'll get notified every time I put out a new reading, including these that I film live on Facebook. Okay? Thank y'all for watching, guys. I truly appreciate y'all. For the collective, where is the collective right now on their journey? Where is the collective right now? Oh, y'all are healing. Look at that, guys. Y'all are ready for change because you've been doing some healing. Yes. It says your body, mind, and soul are in a period of deep healing right now. You are going through many transformations at once, and you're being asked to allow yourself to receive the healing you need with open arms and an open heart. Absolutely, guys. And change. You're being asked to change a part of yourself that no longer feels like the person you've become or are becoming. Change isn't always easy, but letting go of this outdated part of yourself will allow you to align with your true self. Yeah. Some of y'all may be changing some outdated ways of thinking, like, you know, you might have been brought up thinking division is cool. I'm just going to call it division, okay? And it's going to include all the things. Prejudices, racism, any of that kind of stuff. It's going to cover all of that, okay, guys? Division. You might have been raised thinking that division is cool. Division's okay. That's just the way of life. No, it isn't. You want peace, you want harmony, man. You gotta come together, people. You're being asked to request help from another. You don't need to deal with this issue alone. Oh man. There are many people who want to help you, but it's up to you to bravely ask for their support. It's a sign of strength to reach out. Do that today. Maybe make that one of your priorities during this moon cycle, you know. Ask for help. Help that, you know, ask people to help you with your healing journey. Ask people to help you with this change, you know. Don't feel afraid to reach out and ask for help. Y'all can ask me. Man, message me here on Facebook and I'll get back to you, man. I'll help you as much as I can anyway, you know. Alright, so what's influencing the collective right now? What is influencing them right now during this new moon? For the collective, what's influencing them right now? Thank you. Break free. You're being asked to break free from the tribe in order to live your authentic life. So maybe, you know, what's influencing you, you could have too much influence coming in from like your family or something, like, or maybe it's a friend group. You know, there's lots of things that influence people. It could be a TV show that you watch too much and you're really influenced by it. It's you can see how it affects your life, your day-to-day life. You know, how you think differently now and you act differently. You know, I don't know. But what you see with your eyes, what you hear with your ears, you know, what you feel even, all those things can influence how you act, you know, how you behave. Yeah. So it could be your tribe that's too much of an influence, because you're being asked to break free from the tribe in order to live your authentic life. Yeah, to be you, you know? This isn't easy, but it's very necessary if you're going to share your true self with others. Be brave, be real, be you, and trust that those who love you will always be there for you, okay? That's what's influencing you right now. You want to be authentic. You're doing some healing. You're changing. You're breaking free. You're getting ready to jump in. You're being asked to take a chance and give whatever you're questioning a try. The stars will never all align in just the right way. Sometimes you have to take that leap anyway. This is that time. Okay? Alright, what has the collective release? Whoops. Is there one that flipped? Okay, what is the collective release since the last full moon? What have they released since the last full moon? What has the collective released since the last full moon? Which was on July 10th, I do believe. What has the collective released since the last full moon? Please and thank you. Cool. Whoa! You've released your manifestations. You're always manifesting, whether you're aware of it or not. Manifestation is based on your thoughts, and you're being asked to manifest consciously through positive thinking, so you'll attract into your life exactly what you're wanting. So maybe you've released something that you were manifesting. Yeah, it's like you let go and you let God. You were like, Lord, I've been trying to manifest this, and it just doesn't seem to be working for me. Can you help me out here, please? I'm handing it to you. Here, I want you to take this, and this is my wish, this is my hope, this is my dream, this is my dream job, you know, my dream place to live. I don't know what you're dreaming of or manifesting, but anyway, here it is. Okay, this is what I want. Okay, and then it's like, each time you want to tweak it, you just talk to God about it. You're like, okay, Lord, wait a minute. So, you know how I was wanting this? Well, I want to add to that, okay? If I'm going to be living in this new state, I want to make sure and have a home that has X amount of bedrooms and X amount of bathrooms. You know, you may be getting really specific with your manifestations, but it's like you have released it, you've let it go, you've handed it to God. And now you just communicate to Him about it. Yeah, maybe this fresh start you've been manifesting. You're being given the opportunity to begin again. Allow yourself to embrace this new life and open up fully to this gift that you've been given. So you've been you released this manifestation of a fresh start. You handed it over to God. You're like, I know that you're going to allow me to have it when, you know, it's the right time, when it's fated, when it's destined, you know. Put more water Hey guys, nice to see y'all today. Thank y'all for joining me for this new moon reading I'm going to be doing, or I'm doing right now, anyway. Alright, so what seeds is the collective ready to plant? What seeds are they ready to plant? What seeds are the collective ready to plant? That's perfect. Those look like little seeds. Slow down. Life isn't a race, nor is it a competition. You need to slow down. Doing so doesn't make you weak or less than. It makes you strong, wise, and much better able to navigate life with clarity and ease. You're ready to plant seeds of a slower lifestyle. You know, of slowing down, of... This is giving me chills. Someone out there, they're wanting to just have a peaceful, easy life. That's what it feels like. You know? Connect. You're being asked to connect with others in meaningful ways. Sometimes it's helpful to get new perspectives and to simply be around other people. You're in need of this right now, and deep connections will benefit you in many ways. So what seeds are y'all ready to plant? Connections. You're ready to plant seeds of friendship, you know? Maybe you might be getting back out into the work field, you know, and making connections through work, you know? But you're making connections. That's the seeds you're planting. You could be networking, you know. How can the collective help their intentions grow? How can the collective help their intentions grow? How can the collective help their intentions grow? By flying like an eagle, man. Look, it says pivot. Sometimes when things aren't falling into place after trying and trying, it's time to ask yourself if pivoting in some way would be a good idea so that your life can flow more easily and effortlessly. How could you pivot even just a little bit? That's how you're going to help your intentions grow. You may have to pivot. You know, excuse me, guys. This makes me think of like out there in the garden, you know, like helping things grow. Sometimes you have to move like a cucumber vine because it gets stuck in like the chicken wire or whatever. And so you're gonna have to move it out of there and put it on top, you know, to help it grow. That's like in life too, you know, like how can y'all help your intentions grow? You might have to move things around a little bit, rearrange things, you know. You may have to turn completely around. Look at those arrows. You're being asked to stop dimming your own light, period. It's time for you to come out of the shadows and let your authentic self soar. And that's going to be right below break free. That's funny. Fly high, dear one. How can you help your intentions grow? By being your authentic self. By allowing yourself to be you. By allowing yourself to be yourself. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Alright. What can the collective... This is the last question, okay, guys? What can the collective rely on during this moon cycle? What can the collective rely on during this moon cycle? Y'all can rely on focus. You're being asked to shift your focus away from what isn't working and toward what is. Paying extra attention to where you place your focus is the first step toward creating an amazing life. So you can rely on the fact that you're good at focusing. You're good at shifting your focus away from what isn't working and toward what is. You're good at, you can rely on the fact that you pay extra attention, to where you place your focus. And, And bravery. You can rely on bravery. You're being asked to make a tough decision that you've been putting off because of fear, which is understandable. But you do have the strength and bravery to make this decision. And you will feel so much lighter when you do. You can rely on yourself to be brave. That's awesome. Let's pull some tarot. See what we get. Ooh, you got Chariot. It's Cancer energy. Pisces energy. A lot of water. A lot of water there. One's very fast moving energy. The other one's like letting go. Letting God. King of Pentacles here. Earth energy. Go outside and get grounded too, guys, during this new moon. Put your feet on the ground, on the earth, the sand, the dirt, the grass, whatever you've got going on, wherever you're at. Ooh, yes, y'all are manifesting. Ooh, you're manifesting connections. Yes, work connections. Could be work connections. At 10 of Cups, man. Y'all are manifesting something that's very emotionally fulfilling. Something that's like, that's the happiest card in the deck other than the Sun. You know what I mean? Okay, so where is the collective right now? They are healing. They're getting ready for some change. They could be changing themselves right now. They're healing, they're changing. Let me clarify that for right there. Healing and changing. Whoa, I am not keeping that ginormous, like what is that, 10 cards? Healing. Being open to receive, but also giving. Giving and receiving. That could be one way you're changing. Maybe, when it comes to foresight, when it comes to communicating with God, when it comes to manifesting, you are. You're praying for other people and you're praying for your needs too. That's balanced prayer. Ask for supplication for others, then ask for supplication for yourself. First and foremost, thank God, and praise Him, glorify Him. You could have been greedy, but now it's like you've changed. You see how that's not going to work. That's not who you want to be. Look at this though, guys. There's like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards there. 8 cards. We will get to that here in a minute. Oh. Maybe you no longer have to protect yourself. Seven of Wands. That talks about yielding, overwhelmed, giving up. Y'all could be close to a point of giving up, but you're not gonna. You're not going to. Look at this. Yeah, because you were a battle-wounded soldier. Man, you had been put through the ringer, hadn't you? You were about ready to give up. And then it's like all of a sudden, in comes God to help you save the day. It's like right now, Y'all could be in this battle wounded soldier energy. You could be to a point where you do want to give up, you know. You feel overwhelmed. Yeah, you could be feeling overwhelmed. Maybe by all the healing you've been doing and all these changes you've been doing internally. It can be exhausting, can't it, guys? Yes, sirree. But you're healing. Look at this. That's temperance, you know. That talks about, that is healing, man. That's being balanced. Being patient. You've had a lot of patience during this healing process. Now you've got a lot of power. Maybe, you know, your third eye is lit. Look at that. It's lit up. It's like during this healing process, you did change. You might have been able, you might have learned more about how to transmute energy, you know, balance out the light and dark within you, a mediator, a moderator type person, like it was talking about with the two. But yeah, it's like you are powerful right now. You are powerful. Yeah, and you're loving yourself. You know, you're showing yourself love. You know, your intuition. I'm telling you guys, it's on point. The Lovers, that talks about union, guys. A 2. 22, yes. Today is a 22. This talks about union. Harmony, choices. You're ready. You've done a lot of healing. You're ready for some kind of union. Could be a new cup of love. You know? As far as signs go, we got Gemini and Sagittarius there. Okay? Man. Could be a union. That can be the marriage card. There's Taurus energy. It could be a divine path, you know. It could be a divine union. Maybe with a King of Wands. Yeah, they want to bring you a passionate. They want to let you know they like you. Page of Wands. But they might see you as just depleted, you know. Judgment's being called though, because you've been feeling trapped. There's going to be an ending. You're going to be able to move on to calmer waters. Yeah, you are healing, guys, that's for sure. Alright. So what is influencing the collective right now? Break free. They know they need to break free. It's like that's what's influencing their thoughts. Yeah. Oh, you're trying to transmute. Oh, you could be trying to break free. Of this place where it's like not harmonious, you know. You found harmony amidst a storm. You found healing amidst a storm. You are still in this battle wounded soldier energy right now. And guess what? You're healing even though you're in a bad environment. An environment that is not good for you. That's what I feel. You know, 7 of Wands reverse. 7 of Wands in the upright, that's somebody bullying the shit out of you. You know what I mean? That's somebody, a bunch of bullies. You're having to defend yourself all the time. It's like you're in this battle wounded soldier energy. You have defended yourself as much as you can defend yourself. And now you're yielding. You're overwhelmed. You're giving up. You're letting go and you're letting God, you know? You're just trusting in Him to protect you, you know? It's like you've been bullied enough. You're done. You're transmuting. You're creating your own harmony. You're creating that balance that you need in your life. Your intuition's on point. That's for sure. Alright. Alright, so what is influencing the collective right now? Break free. That could be influencing your thoughts, yeah. You just want to rest. Had enough of everything. Like, I'm done with everything. I just want to be on my own, want to be by myself. Yeah, you're breaking free. So what's influencing them? Maybe, yeah, this fresh start that they want, you know? Breaking free so they can go after a fresh start. It's influencing the collective right now. Thank you. Hello, hello. Nice to see y'all. How are y'all today? Just doing a little new moon reading for y'all, okay? Let's see. Y'all can be very impatient right now. It's like you want to start, maybe you want to send a message to someone. Page of Swords, they're the messengers. A message of truth. You could just be getting prepared, you know? Right now, it's like you're breaking free. You're not having a lot of patience while you're breaking free, but you're prepared to do this, or maybe you're preparing right now to do this. You know, you could be making a lot of phone calls. You could be sending out a lot of messages and calling people and making things line up for when you do break free. Here it is. Here's break free. You are making a decision, man. You are planning. You're making a decision to break free. You know, it's like you're really planning it all out. That's good. So what's influencing you right now is, yes, definitely some kind of fresh start, breaking free, maybe moving across the world, moving across the state, moving to a new state, you know? I don't know. Excuse me. Gosh. That's a strong, independent person. Yeah, you're definitely breaking free. You're gonna be able to take care of yourself financially. You're gonna be able to take care of yourself emotionally. You know, everything. You're gonna be great on your own, you know? That's awesome. Okay, so what have they released since? Oh, there it is. I was just going to say, manifest and fresh start. They've released this fresh start. They let go and they let God. They started planning and manifesting, but it's like, maybe you released and let go of your tribe during the last full moon, you know, and it's like now you're embracing this fresh start. But what has the collective released since the last full moon? We got manifest and fresh start. Throat chakra, man alive. You could have released some kind of relationship. Could be a friend that you've known for a very long time, since you were kids. Could be a family member. Could have been a marriage or a partnership. Someone who you raised kids with from, you know, time they were babies till they were adults. You released. The World. Yeah, you release something because you know something new is coming in. Could be a new love. Okay. Okay. Oh, you've released. That's Pisces energy there. Yeah, Pisces energy, that talks about releasing and letting go. Yeah, you let go and let God. Nine of Swords, man alive. That card, that's just a sad card all around. Anxiety, worry, fear, you know, things keeping you up at night. You've released all that. You've released you're trying to anyway. It's on the side. You're trying to release this. That's something that you've been trying to release since the last full moon. Anxiety, worry, fear. Fear of the unknown, maybe. You know, because you got this fresh start. Yeah, you might have had some kind of confusion about this fresh start. You're releasing that. You're embracing clarity. Yeah, you've released any kind of thing that was, you know, causing you, yeah, to just feel all up in your head. Yeah, you're ready for this death and this rebirth. You're ready for this fresh start. Yeah, look. Moving on to calmer waters, man. Your ships are coming in. Hello. Yeah, that's what you've released. You've definitely been letting go. It's like you've let go and you've let God. You're like, anytime you feel stressed or worried, anytime you feel confused, you're like, Lord, I need your help here. You know? And that's how you release it and let it go. It's like when you feel it coming on, you just pray right then. Or that's what I do anyway. Pray right then and ask for God to remove it. I don't want it. Lord, take it. Yeah. So that you could see when you release those things, then you see things so clearly. The sun, man alive, joy, success, vitality, you know? Ace of Swords, clarity. You know, you got a sharp mind, you know. Death and rebirth, you know, that's transformation, endings. There's going to be an ending so you can have a fresh start. You know, there does have to be an ending before you can ever have a fresh start. You know, there's got to be something that ended to have a fresh start. So it's like you've gained clarity about this ending and this fresh start. You're no longer in your head about it. You're no longer feeling anxiety or confused. You're not feeling any of that. You are moving on, man. Wow. That's awesome, guys. That's freaking awesome. Oh, I'm so happy for y'all. Y'all are ready for this fresh start, whatever it is. Okay, what seeds are they ready to plant? Hey, how are y'all today? Thank y'all for joining me on Facebook Live New Moon reading. I've asked a few questions here. We got, where am I right now? Or where's the collective right now is what I asked. What is influencing the collective? What has the collective released since the last full moon? And then now, what seeds is the collective ready to plant? They're ready to connect. Y'all are ready to connect with other people, with your soul tribe, man. And maybe with a divine union. You know, I don't know. Connecting with somebody. What seeds are the collective ready to plant? We got connect. They're ready to plant seeds of friendship. Ooh. What seeds are y'all ready to plant? You got a King of Swords here reversed. That is a very not nice person. Could be very narky, very selfish, harsh with their words. You know what I mean? Very, Could be you're wanting to plant a seed to disconnect. Like it's like you're wanting to cut a cord with someone, with this person, this King of Swords in reverse. Maybe this King of Swords doesn't want you to connect with other people. I don't know. It feels like they're, you know, it could be, they could be planting seeds of doubt. You could be this energy. You could be your own worst enemy. Planting seeds of doubt in your mind. Making yourself feel trapped. You see how this person's not trapped in real life, but in the mirror, they are trapped. You know what I mean? You could be planting seeds of doubt. Like you're not going to be able to do. You're not going to be able to be this Empress, you know, energy. Four of Cups, it's like a spoiled little brat. You know, apathy. Someone who's just discontent. That could be this King of Swords. They're planting seeds of doubt in your mind. It could be, okay? You could just be... Yeah, somebody's been making you feel confused about a fresh start. This could be. They don't want you connecting with people. They feel like a spoiled little brat when you do, like very possessive, you know what I mean? Yeah, very narky. Definitely very, you know, selfish type person. Very selfish. Let's just call it selfish. They don't want you being this Empress energy. These are the seeds you're planting. Seeds that are going to help the world. Seeds of peace, of harmony. You are pregnant with tons of ideas, tons of possibilities, tons of creativity that is going to benefit the whole world. You could be a healer. You know what I mean? You need to get out there and connect with people. You know? Yeah, you're definitely planting seeds. Planting seeds of love, you know, of creativity, of beauty, you know. Excuse me. Yeah, even if this person is keeping you up in your head, making you think, oh, you're going to be so sad if you leave. No, the hell I'm not. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to go on this new adventure. Yeah, you could have someone trying to hold you back from going on this fresh start. But we do see ending. You know, there's going to be an ending. So now this person could be poor, pitiful me watching you be this Empress and connecting with people. You know, I don't know. Okay? But you could have someone else in your energy feeling that way. That's what I feel about that. How can the collective help their intentions grow? We got soar. You gotta be your authentic self, and that'll help your intentions grow. Be your authentic self. How can the collective help their intentions grow? Whew. That's emotional fulfillment. Dreams coming true. High Priestess. Hello. Along with a new opportunity. Your authentic self. You could have some kind of spiritual gift that's going to help you make money. It may not be a lot of money in the beginning, you know, but it could grow to something great. Your intuition is helping your intentions grow. Absolutely. Yeah, foresight. Again, pointing towards your intuition, you know what I mean? Yeah, you're going to be successful. Yes. Going after what you want. Hello, Page of Wands. That's a messenger of passionate, something you're passionate about, you know. Curiosity, adventure, passion. Yeah, you're very passionate about this new opportunity. This talks about nostalgia, but it could be, you know, like, let your authentic self soar. You could just be very innocent, you know, like trusting God completely, you know, because it talks about innocence too. Yeah, you're very determined. Boy, howdy. That's how you're helping your intentions grow. You're very determined, you know. You're very determined. You're saying, you're being your authentic self, you know. You're very innocent. You're very pure and wholesome. You're trusting your intuition. You're going after whatever it is you're very passionate about, and you're very determined, you know. Could be to find your soul tribe. That card always makes me think soul tribe. But your intuition is on point about this new opportunity, okay? You're helping your intentions grow by using your intuition, you know? Yeah. And they're growing all right. Look, they're up to a 9. They're up to... Let me do this. They're up to a 9. Your wish fulfillment. You got 9 cups, okay? Your intentions are definitely growing. Your heart is filling up. Alright, focus. What can the collective rely on during this time? They can rely on the fact that they're good at paying attention. They're good at being focused. That's awesome. Moving slow and steady. Okay, what can the collective rely on during this time? Focus. Judgment. Ooh. Yeah. Judgment and Queen of Swords. Wow, in the world? Yeah, moving slow and steady. That's what I'm saying. Y'all are moving slow and steady. That wins a race, man. That's what you're relying on. The fact that you're good at focusing, and you can focus and you can move slow and steady. You know, you're very determined. Over here, it shows you that. Yeah, you are focused on... You're focusing, you're shifting your focus away from things that aren't working and toward things that are. And the things that are working for you, you've been given an inner calling. Maybe you've been through a death and rebirth. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you healed through something very traumatic. You know? Now you've been, judgment's being called. And God is giving you this fresh start. That's what I feel about that. Judgment's being called. You're getting this fresh start because you are. You're a Queen of Cups, man. That's like a super intuitive person. That's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It can also be associated with Libra. Someone who's a transmuter. She transmutes energy. You know, she's very compassionate, very calm, very intuitive, okay? Very intuitive. Yeah, we got the High Priestess there. You're shifting your focus toward that, toward the fact that, you know, towards your strengths. You know that you're a good mediator. You're good at transmuting energy, you know, like if someone throws something bad at you, you turn it around, you put a spin on it, and you turn it into something good. You know what I mean? Oh, there's a song. Oh, let me tell you about this song. It's by Bring Me the Horizon. It's called Throne. Listen to it's talking about like everything that people throw at them, like every stone they throw, is helping them build their castle, you know? But yeah, that's what a transmuter does. It's like every stone people throw at a transmuter, yeah, they're building something better. They're focused. They're focused on the end game. They're focused on their inner calling, you know? They're focused on this fresh new start. That's what y'all can rely on. Y'all can rely on yourselves, your intuition. You can rely on God calling judgment on any and all situations that are doing you harm. He'll call judgment and he'll make it right. Even if he's got to close one thing out and begin something new, he's going to make it right. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about that. Alright. Let's clarify with the Kipper. Oh, I have no time. I don't know what the time is, how long I've been on here. Thank y'all for joining me today. I think I got on around 3:11. So yeah, I need to get off here. I don't need to keep y'all on here all day. But yeah, thank y'all for joining me today on Facebook Live. I truly appreciate y'all. I need to shuffle these. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, for the collective for this new moon. Can you clarify this portion here? Where the collective is right now. 9 of Wands, 7 of Wands reversed, Temperance, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, and Lovers. You're no longer in despair. Oh, you're childlike. You are innocent. You've been doing a lot of healing, a lot of changing. You could have a fresh new start. You know, that can indicate something brand new. Oh my gosh, it could be a brand new love, guys. Adjudication. Oh. You might have been feeling trapped. Yeah, you probably were. All those wands. Yeah, you've come out of this. You've healed. You're no longer feeling in despair. You've healed your way through whatever this bad thing was. You've healed your way through it. Like the river runs through it, you were healing your way through it. You know? I know. I resonate with that, man. Sometimes that's what you have to do. Because you can't get out, you know? You can't break free. Yeah. Alright. For the collective, what is influencing the collective right now? Breaking free. They want to break free. They're ready. They've been planning and planning and planning. Now they're ready. But they're, you know, King of Wands reverse. They're lacking patience. Break free. What is influencing the collective right now? They need to break free. Oh, you're going to be given a gift? What's the deal with this courthouse cards? You got courthouse, bad health, and gifts. You're going to get a gift that's going to make someone be in bad health. You're breaking free of poverty. So you can move on and start your own journey. Yep, that's what's going on there. You are breaking free of poverty, maybe a poverty mindset. You know? You've been thinking, man, I can't do this on my own. Yes, you can, honey. Yes, you can. It's better than living like that your whole life. Battle-wounded soldier, walking around on eggshells, you know what I mean? You can do it. You can break free. You can go off on your own. I promise you. Where there's a will, there's a way. You just got to shift your mindset. You got to shift your focus to knowing that you can do it, you know. When in doubt, call your people. Call your people who will be like, you can do this. Like my mom. You can do it, Cheyenne. You know, she's my best cheerleader, man. I'm always calling on my mom. Alright. What have I released? Or what has the collective released since the last full moon? Yeah, they've been releasing, alright. They're releasing confusion. Could be seeds of doubt that someone planted in their brain. Y'all have released a lot of thoughts, okay? A lot of things that were in your mind. Could be, you know, Nine of Swords, that anxiety, fear. Yeah, you've released all of that worry. You've let go of it. Confusion, you've let go of it, you know? Yeah, things that were keeping you up in your head, you've released all those, yeah. Alright. What seeds is the collective ready to plant? Y'all are ready to plant a lot of seeds worldwide, man. Worldwide. You're going to heal the world. What seeds is the collective ready to plant? Please and thank you, dear Heavenly Father, Holy Spirit, for seeds. Is the collective ready to plant? Occupation. You ready to go out there and get you a new job? Boy, these seeds that you're planting are leading to sudden wealth, guys. And look, there's 11 on that card. How cool is that? Hey guys, how are y'all today? Got marriage in reverse, adjudication here. You could be wanting to plant a seed to get a divorce. Like, I mean, you know, that's what that makes me think of. It's funny, there's 30 on this card and 3 on this one. Yeah, and it could be because you received a message of concern. Okay. So, you're ready to plant seeds that are going to lead to sudden wealth. You know what I mean? Awesome blossom. Yeah, it has something to do with your occupation. It's going to be a big change. How can the collective help their intentions grow? Dude, they can trust their intuition, that's what. And be their authentic self, man. And that's what y'all are doing here. You're being your authentic self. You've done a lot of healing all the way back to your childhood. You know what I mean? How can I help how can the collective help their intentions grow? Soar, trust their intuition. Start this new job, this new opportunity. Go after it, man. You're of high honor. Hello. Imprisonment. How can I help my intentions grow? Stop dimming your own light, period. Stop being trapped in your head. If you want your intentions to grow, you got to stop imprisoning yourself. It could be outdated beliefs. It could be poverty mindset, you know, keeping you from starting maybe a brand new job, maybe starting your own business. Something's imprisoning you. Let's get another one, guys. You got something, because you're of high honor. You know, it's like you're trapping yourself. Self-sabotage. That's what that feels like. That imprisonment here feels like self-sabotage. How can they help their intentions grow? Or the collective imprisonment. Can we clarify that? Imprisonment. Thank you. Courthouse? What the heck? We have message and occupation now. Let me read about that imprisonment card real quick, guys. That will help your intentions grow. Getting a message about a new occupation, you know, I feel like that's going to help y'all for sure. Ew, I just got really lightheaded. I hate it when that happens. It stands for any locked, off limits, and secured place. Maybe, oh my gosh, how can I help my intentions grow? Stop feeling like these jobs that you want to go after, that they're off limits. Stop thinking that you can't start your own business, that it's off limits. You know, it's like not going to happen. Stop thinking like that, you know. Stop imprisoning yourself with your thoughts, you know. That's what I feel like. Don't feel like you're trapped in whatever job you're in, okay? Don't feel like you're stuck there. You can soar. You can start something new. We see fresh start, you know what I mean? You could be fearful to start this new business. It talks about fear and loneliness. It could, since we got the courthouse down here, it could mean literally imprisonment. Someone could be going to jail. Oh my. So y'all could know someone who's going to jail. I don't know. It could indicate like time passing by very slowly, that, you know, all of this is just, you don't feel like your intentions are growing, or maybe you feel like they're growing too slowly, that they're kind of like stuck, you know? Yeah, emotional imprisonment. It could be trapped in a personal or contractual relationship. Where your options may be restricted by feelings of guilt, your conscience, legal obligations, or financial limitations. Yeah, right now I feel, so this was taught, like, how can you help your intentions grow? Stop confining yourself. Stop imprisoning your own self, like making yourself feel small. You know, like, believe that you can start this new business. Believe that you can go after your own dreams. Trust your intuition, man. You're going to get a message about a new job, and it's just going to blow your mind. You're going to be flying like an eagle. You're going to be so happy. That's what I feel about that. It could be a job in the court system, the courthouse. You know, I don't know. All right, focus. So what can the collective rely on at this time? They can rely on focus. They can rely on God calling judgment on the situation. They can rely on their intuition. They can rely on this fresh new start. There is going to be an ending. There's also going to be a new beginning. That's what they can rely on during this cycle. Can we clarify that judgment, Queen of Cups in the world, please? And thank you. Mature man sideways. Okay, that could be who you're closing things out with. You're going to be in bad health. Can we clarify the judgment, the world, the Queen of Cups with this mature man sideways? That's what isn't working, guys, is this relationship with this mature man sideways. Instead, you need to shift your focus away from what isn't working and toward what is. Yeah, they're going to be in bad health. This person. Well, that's what you're shifting your focus away from. Things that aren't working is this relationship with this person. It could be your relationship's in bad health, you know? Alright. And you're shifting your focus toward what is, which is the world. You know? Yeah, it was a bunch of toil and labor. Wow. Alright, guys. Let's get y'all some dice, and then I'll call this good. Okay? The dice are going to be loud. Excuse me. Alright, for the collective, on this new moon, can we get some names, words, and initials that can help them clarify this reading today, please, and thank you. Oh my gosh, look at that. You got C, you got another C, and you got R. Someone could like Creedence Clearwater Revival or Cross Canadian Ragweed, okay? That's cool. I'm keeping that. CCR. Okay. Hey, I see a name. Trey. Your name could be Trey. Hey Trey, what's up? Hope you're doing good. I don't know if there's really any Treys out there watching me, but you know, we're gonna tell them hello anyway. Hey, and I see another name. Or you could, anyway, you could like eating candy, or your name could be Candy, okay? But there's candy. Dude, I want some candy. I haven't had any candy in a while. I eat ice cream, but I don't eat a lot of candy. Oh, I like candy. Like those, Reese's Fast Breaks. Oh my gosh. Those things are probably so bad for you, but gosh, they are so good. So good. I could really use one of those right about now. If I had my car, I would go and get it, but my son uses my car. That poor kid. He got his truck. He paid money, good money, to get it fixed, but it didn't fix it, the problem. And so, yeah, he's borrowing my car right now, which is cool because, you know, I don't need it at the moment. But yeah, I see pie too. What is the deal? Are y'all eating candy and pie? Is someone eating candy and pie? Trying to see if I can. There's will again. Didn't we have that the other day? There could be something about like a will and testament, or will and whatever that's called. You know, like when someone passes away, there's a will, a living will, a will, or this could be someone's name. Someone could be named Will. Hey Will, what's up? I have a cousin named Will. You could have a lot of pets. Right now we have 4 cats and 2 dogs because my cat gave birth to kittens. I see puppet, but we don't have enough peas for that. Man, okay. I don't know if you have a long fuse or short fuse, but fuse is here, okay? Fuse. Fuse. PPTG. GPT or GP. Let's just do GP. You could work in business and, you know, gross product, isn't that what that is? GP. And then PT could be part-time. You could have a part-time job. I don't know. Those could be your initials, GP and PT. Okay. Alrighty. Get some signs, symbols, synchronicities that can help clarify this message for you all today. Please and thank you. Oh, yes. Y'all are happy. You happy. That's good. Focus on being happy, man. Yeah, oh gosh. You could be a police officer, or you know, someone who wears a uniform like that. Or you could just have a control freak in your life wanting to steer the ship and tell you what you should do and how you should be, but you're breaking free of them, okay? Yeah. They could have an explosive temper, or you could like volcanoes. And you could own a boat that has a wheel, like a yacht or a sailboat or whatever. Y'all could like mushrooms. Y'all could like mix drinks, okay? This person could overdrink. I don't know. You could like bananas. You could have blonde hair. You could be blowing the whistle on someone. Yeah, it's pissing them off. You're blowing the whistle saying, I'm steering my own damn ship now. This could be online that you're blowing the whistle. blowing a whistle on someone online, and it is going to piss them off. It's going to make someone very angry when you blow this whistle, okay? What is this person right here? Oops. Alright, let's get some signs, symbols, and synchronicity. Signs, planets, and numbers for the collective. For this new moon in Leo reading. Signs, planets, and numbers that will help clarify this message for them today. Please. Thank you. You got 1111. Would you look at that? Dang, y'all got 1111 and 1. Yeah. 1111. But you also got 1. And you got 12. And you got 10. And you got 8. Okay? Your birthday could be November 11th, November 1st, November 12th, November 10th, November 8th. Your birthday could be January 11th, January 12th, January 10th, January 8th. Your birthday could be December 1st, December 10th, December 8th, December 11th, October 1st, October 12th, October 8th, October 11th, or August 10th, August 12th, August 1st, August 11th, okay? And those are the numbers. You have 5 1s. That's very significant. Okay, as far as signs, we got Capricorn here. We have Virgo. We have Leo. Happy birthday, Leo. It's your season, it's your time. It's your moon, your new moon. You got Cancer. You got Scorpio. You got North Node, which is Pisces. You got Uranus, which that rules Aquarius. You got Sun, which rules Leo. You got Mercury, which rules Gemini, Virgo. You got Jupiter here, which rules, what is it, Sag? Yeah, Sag. And then you have Venus, which rules Libra and Taurus. I do believe, let me look, just to make sure. Yeah, Taurus and Libra. So, Mercury talks about intellect and communication. The Sun talks about life force, personality. Jupiter talks about luck and expansion. Uranus talks about eccentricity and freedom. North Node talks about your soul journey and direction in this life. And then Venus talks about beauty and romance. Okay? So this was your reading today, guys, for the new moon. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Thank y'all so much for following me here on Facebook. And if you're one of my subscribers, thank you for subscribing. I truly appreciate y'all. It does help me out. Helps me be able to put more stuff out for y'all, you know. Anyway. And yeah, for all of y'all who are watching this on Facebook, because I will be posting this to Facebook after I get finished here on Facebook. I'm going to post it to, I'm going to post it to YouTube. Jeez Louise. Anyway, I'm going to post it to YouTube. So for all of y'all viewing me on YouTube, hello. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to subscribe to Purple Phoenix Intuitive Tarot. I would truly, truly appreciate it. Thank you all for your likes, your comments, for sharing my content. I appreciate all of y'all. And God bless y'all. I'll talk to y'all again soon.